evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Chris Holcomb from the 11 Alive Weather Impact Team. It is Wednesday night, and as we have been talking all week about this potential storm system moving into the weekend, as we get close to it, we're getting more and more confidence about what to expect with the system. So we have put out an 11 Alive Weather Impact Alert for Saturday night and into Sunday morning, and it's all because of the storm system that is going to be moving through in that time frame. Again, Saturday night into Sunday morning, mainly the overnight time frame when we're going to be seeing these severe storms that'll be moving through. And the main ingredients we're going to be watching, of course, is going to be pockets of heavy rain, but we also expect strong wind that could be damaging wind. Also, we are watching the potential for some tornadoes. So far, for the past couple of days, the Storm Prediction Center in their extended outlooks have been placing us in an outlook area for that potential for severe weather, and they've been holding on to that. Now, we should get a little better idea tomorrow when a new outlook comes in, and of course we're also watching all the computer model data coming in. We're beginning to get some high resolution data in now as getting closer to the date, and that allows us to really pinpoint not only more precisely the timing, but also some of those impacts of straight line winds versus whether or not we would have any tornadoes around. Meanwhile, tonight it is a really nice night. We are going to be watching really two systems that'll be moving our way. One Thursday that is a lower end storm event, and then the second one coming in Saturday night and into Sunday. So while we're enjoying the quiet weather out there right now, I want to show you the system though that we are watching just now getting its act together back into parts of Texas. And you see this line of storms here getting closer to Houston. There's a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for parts of eastern Texas into the northwestern parts of Louisiana, southwestern parts of Arkansas, and within that we've had a few severe thunderstorm warnings. There's even a thunderstorm warning here north and east, really more east of Houston, that's even outside of that severe thunderstorm watch watch area there in parts of Texas. So this is the next system that is going to be moving into our area, but as it does, it's not going to be as strong, and it's going to take a while before it moves into our area. We're thinking most likely late on later during the day on Thursday and into the evening hour, late afternoon into early evening before it finally does start to fall apart. So here's a look at what we're watching during the day on Thursday. We are going to see these weather conditions here on Thursday, a little more cloudy out there. And with that additional cloud cover, we're really not expecting anything as far as storms are concerned for the morning hours. It's mainly just going to be those clouds that we see blocking out more of that sunshine. Now, we may get a little bit of sunshine trying to break through at times during the day or during the morning hours, but I really think it's going to be a better coverage of clouds during the day. And then once we get into the afternoon hours, that's when we're going to see that chance for a few scattered showers that'll be developing. So around 3 o'clock, low risk for showers. I really think it'll be a better chance for some of those showers, maybe a couple of thunderstorms around 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and then diminishing. So it's just a quick moving system. It is a lower end threat for any stronger storms there, but it is something that we want to keep an eye on. In fact, here is what the Storm Prediction Center is thinking by placing a level 1 of 5 risk into parts of west central Georgia. It does not include us here in the Atlanta area, doesn't include Macon, but once you get over toward Upson County, toward Thomaston, into areas of Pike County, Meriwether County, parts of Coweta, over into southern Carroll County, Heard, Troup County, on down to the south toward Columbus. That's where you see that level 1, and then that extends back into Alabama too. And so any isolated severe storms tomorrow, I really think would be more likely over in Alabama, but there's a chance that some of those could hold together coming into west central Georgia. So really low-end severe weather threat, but we just want to let you know, don't be surprised, especially in west central Georgia and back into Alabama, if you see some of those isolated stronger storms developing. Then, going into Friday, this is going to be when the next system coming in from the west is going to be getting better organized, and it's going to be getting stronger. And look at this large area of the level 3 risk in western Alabama going back into parts of Mississippi and up to the north. I'll show you how far it extends up to the north in just a second. But before I do that, I want you to see the level 1 risk on Friday. That's really more for late Friday. Extends into areas of northwest Georgia. Then you've got the level 2 risk in Alabama, and then that changes over to a level 3. And that extends up into Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, parts of Illinois, also into those areas here of Mississippi and into Arkansas too. So we are going to be watching a lot of this system here impacting a lot of areas, especially Friday and then into Saturday. That's when we think this is going to be kind of picking up a little bit more here. So the severe weather threat more to the west during the day on Friday, and then on Saturday, this tan color is the equivalent of what would be a level 3 of 5 risk. That's going to be pushing in here on really Saturday night and into Sunday, when we have that better chance that some of those storms could turn severe moving into our area. And again, those main threats will be damaging winds, also the potential for an isolated tornado. Here's the timeline of what we're watching. Mainly late night, those overnight type storms is what we're going to be dealing with from Saturday and also into Sunday here. And that rain can be heavy at times. Some of those storms could turn severe. So what I want you to do right now, again, we've been talking about this system over the past few days, just letting you know that we had potential for this to develop, but we're still watching whether or not, maybe with it being nocturnal or overnight storms, that could bring down the severity of this. And yes, we do think that since these are coming in overnight rather than in the heat of the day, these will be a little weaker than what they're going to be experiencing over in Alabama during the day on Saturday. But just because they're weaker doesn't mean that they're going to be weak. We still will have the potential for some of those strong storms to move in. So what we want you to do right now, number one, stay with us. Come back to us for more updates, because every single day we're able to fine-tune this a little bit more. The other thing I want you to do is make sure you know how to get warnings during the overnight hours. It's always kind of scary overnight sometimes if you don't know what's going on and you don't have a way to get warnings. The best thing to do is to have a National Weather Service radio, and you can program your county and the counties next to you in that, and it will alert you when any warnings are issued. Also, on your cell phone, you can go to the Wireless Emergency Alerts, WEA, Wireless Emergency Alerts on your cell phone. Make sure that you have alerts enabled there on your cell phone. And if your phone is in the polygon, if you're with your phone and you're inside one of those polygons where a warning is issued, your phone will go off. Another thing you can do, download the 11 Alive app. Also on that, enable warnings, and the app will alert you too when warnings are issued for your area. So those are the things I want to make sure that you do to prepare for these storms that are going to be moving in over the weekend. So let's talk about that first one that's coming in tomorrow on Thursday, and that's that system that we were watching back into Texas that has that line of storms with it now. That's eventually going to move our way. But as we start off tomorrow morning, you'll see here mainly clouds coming in. And we're going to see a better coverage of clouds tomorrow than we saw today. And as you can see, there might be some thinning in those clouds around lunchtime to let a little bit of sunshine try to come through. But then we're watching some of those showers back into Alabama. Those will start moving our way. This is at 3 o'clock. Now notice this isn't a big system, but within this, some of these individual showers could have some heavy rain with it, or some of that thunder and lightning with it too. That continues to swing on through going into the 5 o'clock hour here, just a couple of scattered showers. It looks like more of that heavier rain will be more down to the south, and then that will clear out later on Thursday. So that's round number one. Again, a low end event, just a few showers, and then again watching that potential for a couple of isolated stronger storms with that as well. And then continuing on through Friday, we'll see clouds mixing in with that sunshine during the day on Friday. We're going to go with a 20% chance for a shower. I really think that most of us will stay dry on Saturday, but just a low chance for maybe just a few raindrops around. Then we move into Saturday, and that's when things are going to be getting a little more active. Now, we're talking about that weather impact alert for late Saturday into early on Sunday, but even early on Saturday, there may be some scattered showers in some individual areas with maybe a little bit of thunder and lightning. So this is early on Saturday. Again, North Georgia Georgia in the afternoon hours, maybe seeing some of those storms there in the afternoon. But the main system still well out to the west on your Saturday afternoon. That part we think is going to be coming in for the main event late Saturday, overnight into early on Sunday. So here's the European model, and this will kind of give you an idea here of what we're watching. Friday, most areas staying dry, even though it's trying to show a little bit of green here. Again, that's just that 20% chance for an isolated shower. Saturday, the main line in the middle of the afternoon coming from Mississippi into Alabama. So it's going to be hitting those areas in the heat of the day. And that's why I think the severe weather threat is higher for Alabama and Mississippi than it's going to be for us, since it's going to be moving in during the overnight hours. But there's the line that we're watching that'll be moving in that Saturday afternoon. And then as we get into this overnight Saturday into Sunday, here's the main part of that in association with the front that's going to be moving into west and northwest Georgia, approaching the metro Atlanta area to 3, 4 o'clock in the morning here on your Sunday morning. Then going into Sunday morning around 7, that line is pretty much pushed over to the east of Atlanta, still bringing storms over to the east of us, but we do think it will be weakening still a little more as it moves on in there. Then pushing over into the Carolinas, we'll have to keep a close eye on it over there too. And once we get to the afternoon hours on Sunday, that moisture, the storms are going to be out of here. We'll see a clearing coming in behind that. And then Monday and Tuesday, our weather, not bad. In fact, on Monday, temperatures will trend back down into the mid-60s, and then we're back to the 70s once we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. And then by next Thursday, we're going to watch for an additional rain chance that will move in with a more vigorous system. At this point, we're not overly concerned about that one as being a big-time severe weather threat. Here's in summary of what to know as we head into the weekend. Storms are likely. We're getting a better confidence that instead of it being potentially storms, there's a pretty good chance that at least some of us will get some strong storms around. And even some of those could get to criteria, the severe criteria, which would be winds of 57 miles an hour. We might have some hail with these too, an inch and larger in diameter, and also that potential for some tornadoes. So we're watching all modes of severe storms once the system continues to move on in here. Now, with this rain coming in, the moisture moving in, our morning temperatures are a little bit milder. Instead of being cold and dry, it's a little more mild, a little more muggy. Now, of course, when you think of muggy, you think of, lows in the 70s, the upper 60s and lower 70s. But still, for this time of year, temperatures in the 50s, not too moist or anything, but just that mild air coming in. That helps to kind of feed some of these showers and storms. And then the high temperatures are also warming up in the afternoons. But again, even though it's warm in the afternoons to the mid-70s, with this coming in overnight Saturday into Sunday, and those temperatures coming down a little bit for the overnight hours, we're hoping that will help kind of temper that severe weather threat. So here is the 7-day outlook, and you can see what we're watching out there for the next few days. We will keep watching those storms as they move in on Thursday. That's that round 1 that's in for your Thursday. With about a 40% chance for showers, mainly in the afternoon. It'll be pretty much out of here by the early evening hours. High temperatures will go up to around 71 degrees on Thursday. Friday, again, the rain chance is not that impressive, only about 20% chance for a few of those isolated showers or storms around. Then as we get into Saturday into Sunday, that is the time frame we're watching a lot closer now for that severe weather threat. We have it as the weather impact alert, the red that you see here, mainly late Saturday overnight into early on Sunday. That's the time frame when we think it's going to be more likely those storms to turn severe. Highs on Saturday around 76. We're down to 61 on Sunday morning with a high of 74. And again, after those storms roll through early on Sunday morning, we're thinking we're going to dry out a little bit more later in the day. And then looking nice here for Monday, mostly sunny skies, a little cooler. Highs near 65 degrees, back to 72 on Tuesday. Wednesday, right now, the rain chance looks really low. The European model not showing any rain for Wednesday. The American model trying to show some move in. I do think by next Thursday, there will be a little better chance for some of those showers that'll be moving in once we toward the end of next week. But again, that one doesn't look too concerning for us right now. But again, we'll keep an eye on that. So keep it with us right here on 11 Alive. Your 11 Alive Weather Impact team will have more updates for you on 11 Alive Plus, as well as our 24/7 streaming channel. And we thank you for depending on us. We'll have more each and every day where we can fine tune these impacts a little bit more.